Gentlemen, here's a scenario that might sound familiar. You meet a woman, and the chemistry is electric. She's intrigued, leaning in, making you feel like the king of the world. But then, just when you start falling for her, she seems to pull away. It's as if the spark that ignited your connection burns out the moment you show vulnerability or commitment. Frustrating, isn't it? This puzzling behavior isn't random. It's rooted in a dynamic that plays out far more often than most men realize. Women love the thrill of the chase, but for some, the moment the chase ends, so does the excitement. Today we're unpacking why this happens, how it affects mature, high-value men like yourself, and most importantly, how to navigate this minefield without compromising your self-worth. Number 1, the thrill of the chase. Why it's addictive. Women are wired to find excitement in unpredictability. Studies in psychology have shown that dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, spikes during uncertain or thrilling situations. This is why she's captivated during the chase phase, where mystery and anticipation are at their peak. For many women, this initial phase of uncertainty fuels their interest. They're enamored by the mystery of not knowing how you feel or whether you'll reciprocate their affections. But when you show your hand, when you fall for her, the unpredictability vanishes, and so does her excitement. Picture this. You're dating someone new, and she's hanging on to your every word. She texts you first, initiates plans, and laughs a little too hard at your jokes. Then, as soon as you express that you're serious about her, her responses slow down. The sparkle in her eyes fades, and she's suddenly too busy for the things she once prioritized. To keep her engaged, balance openness with an air of mystery. This doesn't mean playing games. It's about maintaining your independence and staying true to your purpose. High-value men remain a challenge because they don't revolve their lives around anyone. Keep your focus on your goals and passions, and let her see that your world doesn't stop just because she entered it. So if the thrill of uncertainty hooks her, what happens when she loses interest? The answer may surprise you. Number 2, why she loses interest when you fall. Women are drawn to men who project confidence and independence. Yet, when a man becomes too available or too eager, it can inadvertently signal neediness, a trait that many women subconsciously find unattractive. The issue isn't that you're interested in her, it's how you express that interest. When you put her on a pedestal, constantly seek her validation, or let her become the center of your universe, you risk tipping the scales of attraction. Think about the guy who cancels plans with friends the moment she calls, or the man who floods her with compliments and reassurance because he's afraid of losing her. At first, she might enjoy the attention, but over time it starts to feel suffocating. High-value men never chase validation. Instead, they let their actions speak for themselves. Show your interest without compromising your self-respect. Compliment her, but sparingly and sincerely. Never neglect your own life or goals for her sake. The best relationships are built on mutual respect, not desperation. Now, some of you might be wondering, what if this pattern keeps repeating? Could it be that she's chasing something deeper than the thrill itself? Number 3, the psychological need beneath the chase. For some women, the chase isn't just about excitement, it's about control. The uncertainty of the chase puts them in a position of power, where they can test your value and commitment without fully investing themselves. When women view relationships as a game of control, they may sabotage genuine connections. This creates a cycle where the chase becomes more important than the relationship itself. If you fall too easily, she might perceive you as too available and move on to the next thrill. Have you ever dated someone who seemed to enjoy pushing your buttons, canceling plans at the last minute, or leaving texts unanswered, only to act affectionate again when you pulled away? This hot and cold behavior is often a sign of someone who's more addicted to the power dynamics of the chase than to building something real. Recognize the signs early. If a woman's behavior revolves around testing your patience or keeping you on edge, it's a red flag. A mature, high-value man respects himself enough to walk away from games. Focus on women who are equally invested and willing to meet you halfway. But let's say you found someone worth pursuing. How do you keep her interest without falling into the same trap? Number 4, keeping the spark alive without losing yourself. The chase doesn't have to end, it simply evolves. Long-term attraction is about maintaining the qualities that drew her to you in the first place: confidence, independence, and a sense of adventure. Many men assume that once they're in a relationship, they no longer need to put effort into maintaining attraction. They become predictable, complacent, or overly accommodating, which can quickly extinguish the spark. Think about the couple who started with fiery passion but drifted into routine. He stopped planning dates or challenging her intellectually, and she began to see him as predictable. Over time, her interest faded, not because he wasn't a good partner, but because he stopped being the man she initially admired. Stay dynamic. Keep pursuing your passions, challenging yourself, and setting new goals. Surprise her with thoughtful gestures that show you're still paying attention. Keep her guessing. Not about your commitment, but about the depth of your character and the life you're building. So how do you tie all of this together to protect yourself and your peace of mind? Let's wrap it up. Gentlemen, relationships are not about winning a game or chasing someone who thrives on the thrill of uncertainty. They're about mutual respect, shared values, and a partnership that uplifts both people. If she's only obsessed with the chase and loses interest the moment you fall for her, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of her priorities. As a high-value man, you have the power to set the tone for your relationships. Stay true to yourself, maintain your independence, and never compromise your standards for anyone who isn't willing to meet you halfway. If this resonates with you, drop a comment below. Let's hear your thoughts and experiences. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights tailored to men like you. Together, let's continue building the confidence and wisdom to navigate modern relationships with strength and purpose.